Hello everybody, my name is Ryan and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me today to watch season 6, episode 10 of Schitt's Creek. This episode is titled Sunrise Sunset. So I feel like this episode is going to have something to do with like Moira's old show. But we'll see. I don't know. That's just guessing based off of the title. A quick recap of the last episode. We got to see Alexis having a rebound with this old man. And Johnny was pretty stressed out about that and made a point to talk to this guy and was like, listen, she just got out of like a really important relationship in her life. So I don't know that like you should be preying on that right now. And he ended up like breaking up with her, and then she had this conversation with Johnny and got really vulnerable and was crying and upset, understandably so, because she lost Ted and loves him very much. So that was hard to watch, but hopefully we're gonna see her kind of move on a bit and focus on work, maybe David's wedding. I don't really know, but she needs to heal, I think. I don't know, maybe the rebound was the best way to go and Johnny ruined that, but who knows. We also saw Moira kind of was getting some heat from the entire town for a quote that she said, basically like dissing the town, being like, this is the last place I want to be. But she ended up getting it turned around by like premiering in this commercial or something they were doing. So luckily that all ended well. And then the last thing, we had Jocelyn have like a shift at Rose Apothecary against David's wishes at first, but then she was kind of killing it and made a lot of sales and like the place was like popping. But when they offered her the job at the end of the episode, she was like, actually, I don't think it's for me. I went to like do something else. So that was kind of iconic behavior from Jocelyn. But overall, fun little episode, last episode, and I'm very excited to see what we do in this one. As always, the full episode reaction for this episode and all of the other episodes will be up on my Patreon. The link for that's down below, as well as links to Discord and Instagram and anything else you might need. And without any further ado, let's just jump right into season 6, episode 10 of Schitt's Creek. Let's go.
I've got the tasting for the wedding this afternoon. Don't want to spoil my appetite.
Oh, you're using the cafe for catering? Yes.
Oh, God.
I was just thinking that, you know, how can Twyla enjoy herself at the wedding if she's working?
I'm invited to the wedding?
Sure looks like it.
Oh.
Gift after gift this morning, like a Turkish Saint Nicholas.
I mean, I would love for Twyla to be there, but that's so funny.
What's your good news?
Thank you. Tippy Bernstein is on his way here. He solicited a power.
Tippy Bernstein.
Good God. Brave faces.
Alexis, pretty girl.
Yes. Oh, you're looking so natural and peppy.
Oh. Poor Alexis.
Ronnie found termite damage in room 6, and apparently the entire foundation's about to collapse.
Stevie, that's really something we should talk about in private.
Oh my God.
Just have to figure out where we're going to find the money.
Okay, that's good because Bruce told me my kidney was garbage.
Well, I feel like your publicist should be there if you're meeting Tickle Bernstein.
Tickle.
Sarah dear, not in your condition, thank you.
No, it's fine. I'll just throw on some clothes.
No, I insist. Mommy can handle this one all by herself.
David would understand. I mean, not at first, but David a monster.
So we're 2 minutes late, and if this were the actual wedding, the doors would be closed and you would be locked out, okay?
Oh my God.
Are these prices per table?
Per plate, and speaking of, we are adding 8 more plates. I was finally allowed to invite some friends from New York. They're a caviar crowd.
Oh, I love that idea.
I love that.
Oh my God, David.
Oh, it's the best thing I ever tasted.
Well, you don't want people coming to your wedding and only talking about the food.
That is literally the only thing I want them talking about.
Okay, then do you want to put a bit more tenderloin on there, please?
Of course.
Oh my God, Johnny. This is horrible.
It's been far too long, but I come bearing gifts, and the first one is standing
Right over there.
Clifton.
Looking luscious as always.
Oh my god!
Press cannot get enough of you, Moira. That crow picture. I mean, who'd have thought?
Oh, thank you.
Oh god. What is it gonna be?
Prime time, a sexy new cast, but they have asked for prominent characters from the original to ground the whole thing. So I called Clifton.
Alphabetical.
And he said, have a read of that.
Oh god.
And then maybe meet up with us later tonight.
We're gonna celebrate over drinks.
I don't know what to say.
Is she gonna say no? I don't know, guys. How's this gonna go?
He vomited a demon into a toilet and then fell in and drowned.
Well, the writers...
Oh my god, that's horrible.
And found this message board about conspiracy theories. There are a lot of fans who think that Clifton Sparks had you written off the show because he was jealous. You watch this video and tell me who you think he's referring to then.
Oh god. Oh god, this is gonna make her not do it.
Let's just say someone reminded the producers that there's head of surgery at Sunrise General, and I think, oh, you housewives is at home.
He's basically admitting to having you written off the show.
He's wasted.
You are the only person in the show making headlines right now.
That's not true.
Publicist and your daughter, and now the moderator of the Sunrise Bay Fan Forum. There is more to this story.
Come on, Alexis! She's right. I want Alexis as my publicist.
I noticed that there was some awkwardness earlier at the tasting. And
Yeah.
I just got the sense that you were uncomfortable about something.
Oh, I don't know.
Stevie's like...
Cracked the top of the creme brulee and you asked, if we break it, do we buy it?
Well, I think that... Hungry after the beef.
Okay, I know what's going on.
Do you?
Yeah, apparently there's some nest egg they set aside for Patrick and his ex-fiancée, so honestly, you don't have to pay for anything if it's going to be a strain.
But I said I would cover the food.
Okay.
Yikes. Yeah, I know. He feels like...
You know, we had a sizable nest egg set aside for David's wedding. He was talking about Bali for a while.
My heart.
I'm gonna get some air, Stevie.
I love him.
It was even more vicious than Vivian getting trampled while honeymooning in Pamplona.
Pamplona. I love her.
What would you know about my contract?
What? I believe I gave you a new contract today. Did you bring it? Look, Moira, there were a lot of egos back then, and I was a different man. That was before my liver transplant.
Is it true?
Oh my god.
There is something I love that I haven't been able to do for quite some time.
Yes! That was badass.
I have a few demands.
Come on, Moira. She's such a baddie.
Gentlemen?
Oh god, what she got?
And by situation, he means that money pit of a motel we bought.
No, I stand by.
What does Stevie have? Stevie's got...
Is to sell the second motel and recoup whatever we can.
Yeah, and I'm in total agreement.
Well, I don't like that idea.
I don't like that idea at all.
Ron.
We have bought 30 more motels right now. We're only going to start seeing the real money at 20 or 30 locations.
Well, I'm with Stevie. It's a lost cause.
Now, this would be a bigger undertaking. Franchised on a larger scale, yeah, the dividends would be greater. Stevie, where did you come up with this?
His book.
It's given. I don't know, maybe you read it? I think you can do it again.
Well, we would need a proper investor to pull this off.
8 hours of watching Sunrise Bay made me feel a little not right in the head.
That's fair. Yeah. Is she gonna say that she was right?
You were right about Clifton.
He sucks in this, by the way.
But I used that little nugget to negotiate a superior deal. I am, after all, the one cast member still making headlines. I made them an offer they had to refuse.
So you're not doing it then?
No, thank you, Alexis. Thank you for removing my rosy lunettes so that I might see Clifton for who he really...
I love her. What a fun little episode. We did not have any Patrick, unfortunately. It's always unfortunate when we have episodes without Patrick. It's like, But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We got to see David, Stevie, and Johnny tasting out some food for David's wedding. It made me really upset when David came in to tell Johnny that he didn't have to pay for anything if, like, he really couldn't, because the Brewers had money stored away for the wedding and stuff. And to see Johnny, like, you know, that pride of being like, I got this, even though he didn't. But being like in the past where he had all of this money to do whatever they wanted and to plan for the crazy wedding that David initially wanted, like, before they moved to Schitt's Creek. It was really upsetting to see that kind of hit him, like, that he was struggling with this. We love Stevie. I knew when I saw that she had the book there, I was like, she's planning something. I don't quite understand how buying more is gonna help them pay for the one that's a problem right now. But maybe that's why I'm not a millionaire. I don't know. There's something in my brain that's like, we don't have money, so let's buy 30 more. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. Hopefully that all works out though, and they're able to get the food that David wanted in the long run. Twyla is apparently coming to the wedding now, which I think she should have been invited all along, but I'm happy that she's in there now. And we also had the whole Moira and Alexis discussing Moira potentially going back to Sunrise Bay. Alexis was right all along. Alexis is always right. Can we just, like, discuss that for a minute? When has Alexis been, like, wrong? She's always right. It takes a minute to get there sometimes, but she gets there and she's incredible. We love her. I love Alexis. I loved at the end there where it kind of was making us think that Moira had accepted their deal when she was saying everything that she requested, only to be like, nope. I made it so outrageous that they would have to deny me. A queen. Queen behavior. We love her. Moira is definitely, I think, the character that I've struggled with the most throughout this entire show. I love her, obviously, but I feel like she can be very selfish a lot of the time, so I do struggle with her sometimes. But she's, like, you know, still making growth and progress, so we love to see that. And I know it's hard for her, so seeing her listen to Alexis here and stick up for herself in that way was great. Overall, enjoyed this episode. Didn't get me to cry. I almost cried, but I didn't. Thank you so much for watching this with me. As always, the full episode reaction for this episode and all of the other episodes will be up on my Patreon. The link for that's down below. And I'll see you guys back here with me for the next episode. Bye, guys.